No update on Daniel. I'll just give it to you right now. Really no update on any of the guys, other than it's a knee for Daniel. So get tests and find out where it's at.
So the doctors didn't give you any preliminary word on what it might be?
No, they gave him x-rays. Came back, nothing wrong on the x-rays. Or get more tests, MRIs and stuff done tomorrow.
There's already reports out that it could be an ACL.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm going to wait to find out and go through. You never know with those things. So we get back, we'll get the information and see where it's at.
How tough was that to see him go down like that?
Yeah, tough. You never want your guys to go down. He's worked really hard to get back, and it's unfortunate.
Can you explain the sequence? It looked like he obviously got hurt on the play at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, he felt like he buckled, and then he was running it off. We went over to him, we talked to him, he said, "No, I'm good." Then went back in and obviously wasn't.
So did the trainers check him?
Yeah, we all talked to him. We said, "How you doing?" He goes, "I'm good, I'm good." And then he just was jogging back and forth, and he said, "I'm good."
When he knew he was presumably not good, did he sense anything or did he say anything about what he thought happened?
No, I haven't talked to him. Yeah.
How does it affect your season? It's kind of an obvious question. So if he's out for the long term, how does that change things for you guys?
Yeah, we got to get the next guy ready. DeVito, Barkley, got to get those guys ready to play.
Would you add to that list potentially?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll have conversations tomorrow and the next day.
You decided to do a quarterback sneak with him.
Yeah.
Obviously, he had no restrictions or anything, right? And he felt
Correct.
He was confident. He was able, and it was just just didn't get pushed. Is that what you saw there?
Yeah, just came up a little short.
Were you going to go for that first one and then the false start?
Potentially, yeah. What we're really trying to do is to try to draw him off sides, but we moved.
So if you're trying to draw him, so you weren't going to go for it.
There's a couple little mechanics within there.
Is Evan now injured again?
Yeah, I don't know, Kim. I know he's out right now, but I haven't talked to the trainers or the doctors at all.
But he clearly hurt himself at some point.
He did towards the end, but I don't have any info on it.
Is the door neck again?
Concussion? I'm sorry.
Yeah, concussion, I guess.
Big picture, obviously, what does this mean for your season when you potentially lose your quarterback?
Yeah, got to do a better job. Got to get back to work, get the guys ready that are going to be available, and get ready to play.
It's one thing to use the word disappointing, right? And you were without Daniel for 3 games, but there's also a fine line between disappointing and discouraging. At this point, with everything that you've tried, when he was in, when he was out, now back out again, how hard is it to sort of not sway over to all of a sudden things are just discouraging?
Yeah, no, look, we can all do a better job, and that's what we'll do each week. We go out there, we practice the right way, we prepare. We have to do a better job on Sundays.
Brian, what tests did Daniel have done so far?
He had an X-ray. I let Dan know before you were in here. He had an X-ray, and then we'll get more when we get back.
What happened defensively today? You guys have been obviously ascending in that regard, and today just went the other, especially in the first half after the game.
Yeah, they did a good job early in the game, running the ball, hitting some big plays. Took advantage of the opportunities that they had. I thought they did a good job. I thought that quarterback played well. The receivers got open, caught the ball, made some big plays down the field. They did a good job offensively. Give them credit.
Is there some human nature to being discouraged when you see Daniel go off the field? There seems to be a lot of optimism this week of getting guys back, and then that happens. Is there some human nature to be discouraged by?
Yeah, I'd say each week we do everything we can do to try to prepare and play our best. But again, you don't want to see your players get hurt. So, but that's the nature of the game.
How do you keep from being discouraged?
Yeah, been in this league a long time. So, obviously not the results we want, but stay firm and committed to the things we need to do, and go out there and have a good week of practice and put a better product on the field on Sunday.
Sorry if you were asked this.
That's okay.
Was there any conversation at the quarter about?
Yeah, I was at, yeah. He ran it off. He was running back and forth. Everybody went up and talked to him. He said he's good. So.
What did you think of the way DeVito performed?
I thought he did some good things. Obviously we had the 2 picks. One was off the hands of a receiver. The other one was kind of a cross post. The backside corner ran with it, and they made a good play down the field. But I thought he made some good decisions. Stood in there, competed well. Keep working with him.
I know it's just post game, and obviously you got to watch film, sort of get back in the film room. But is it something where now, worst case, if Daniel's not back, that you sort of have to switch your playbook toward what DeVito is capable of doing, or do you get him up to par?
Yeah, no. I mean, any quarterback we have in, whether it was Tyrod or Daniel or in this case DeVito, you always try to tailor it to what those guys do well and what they prefer. And, that quarterback position is an important position. So definitely if DeVito is the guy that, you tailor the stuff towards him.
Dave, you seem to have a pretty warm hug for Antonio Pierce. Did you?
Yeah, no, I said congratulations. That's, it was a good win for him. And, I got a lot of respect for AP, and we go back, like I said, a ways, and just congratulated him for the win.
You talk a lot about dealing with adversity.
Sure.
How are you going to approach this next stretch coming up here?
Go back, look at the tape, get ready to play next week, and have a good week of practice, and get ready to play on Sunday.
Is Barkley in position to be a backup next week?
We'll talk about that. I think right after the game here. There's, I appreciate the question, but yeah, a little bit of ways here.
Tommy, the second you see Daniel go down and your number's called, you're a pro, you have to be ready to get in there. You can walk us through the emotions there, the anxiety, whatever went through stepping on the field and get through those first few plays.
Yeah, it was the same deal as last week, really. Last week when Ty went down, it was kind of slow to get up. Everybody kind of looks around me, hey, get ready, go get some snaps. Same deal this week. DJ went down right before that first quarter. Then the first quarter played out, said he was good, went out there, and then, it went down again. So I took a couple snaps to John Michael, just stay in the course.
Did you get a chance to DJ was kind of trying to, seems like, shake it off or make sure he was okay during that, between the quarters here. Did you speak to him at all? Does he seem like he felt like he was okay for the moment, and then obviously the knee seemed to crumple on the first play? Did you have a chance to ask, talk to him about what was going on there?
Yeah, it's normal. You good? He's good? Okay. Just making sure that, I wasn't going in that direct play.
And how did you feel today compared to last week? Did you feel more comfortable? What was your...
Yeah, completely different scenario, right? Last week, the score of the game, the situation of the game, the weather, everything that was going into it, offensively, mindset was different. This week we were down early, so really I tried to get back. I made some mistakes that I'm looking forward to cleaning up, but it was just a different situation.
Tommy, does part of you say you can't believe what happened with Daniel getting cleared, coming back, and having this happen again? Does part of you as a teammate and presumably a friend, do you think that?
Yeah, it sucks. That's part of the sport. Injuries is the one thing that you can never, not have happen in the sport. Obviously, for someone to be gone for a while and then come back and then something happen, obviously I don't know the extent of it. But, he's in my prayers and the whole team's prayers, and we hope for him to be back.
Do you think you guys can regroup? And, understandably there was probably some shell-shockness on the sideline at least from some players. Do you think this week, will you take part in this group kind of getting back together as tough as things are?
Yeah, for sure. I think as players we talked about in the locker room, the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So even if you think you're doing something all the way right or doing as much as you can, there's always more to give. Everybody has to change, starting with me, and everybody trickling down the offense, defense, special teams, everybody, even coaches included, It was just, we have to look ourselves in the mirror and try to give more.
Coming in the long pass to Hyatt, did you just not get enough air into that? What happened there?
Yeah, that was me just pushing too much. We were down, let it go a little too late. I was just giving him a chance. But yeah, and I have to see the backside corner pushing back to it, and either leave it out or just get down to my other outlets that were there.
Tommy, have you processed at all, like, that potentially down the stretch this is your team, and how do you think of that and internalize that in this moment?
Yeah, I take it one day at a time. Obviously, I don't know what decisions are being made or anything really outside of right now what's going on, but I can only control what I can control. Go in, watch the film, get better, and continue to do that each and every day.
Is there part of you that says, hey, this might be my chance to improve, and you hope to have more than one, but you make the most of the first one, this is your chance to prove you're an NFL quarterback that can play in this league?
For sure. I think that every time, everybody, but me personally, every time I step on the field, I want to prove that I belong on that field, go out and give my best effort on every play, make the right decision, but obviously it doesn't happen every time. You make mistakes, which I'm going to grow from the ones that happen this game into next week. But yeah, continue to, every time I go out on the field, I leave it all on the field because I've been hit with injuries in the past before, and like I said before, you cannot control them, so you got to give your all 100% every play because you never know which is going to be your last.
Did throwing your first NFL touchdown pass, getting on the board, can you feel the optimism or the positivity of that play in this moment?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, we were down, so really wasn't able to really celebrate or anything like that, but that drive, and I think it was the drive before, we really saw us move the ball down the field. I think that the offense started to click at that point, but it was just we clicked too late.
So, you always hear the phrase, win as a team, lose as a team, and you don't want to make excuses, but at the same time, how much can you sort of put this one on emotion? Losing Daniel Jones, turnovers, and then everything with the Raiders, right? The coaching change, Antonio Pierce's debut, the offense hadn't scored 20 points all season, they finally did. A lot of emotion working against the Giants today.
Yeah, we're not going to feel sorry for ourselves by any means. Obviously, things happen. But, they came out energy. They played good football. I had 2 turnovers, which led to points. That does not help, certainly, for our defense. But offensively, just have to execute more, come out with the big plays, and I need to make more plays.
There's going to be people who have doubts that the Giants can win with Tommy DeVito at quarterback. Are you driven by that at all?
Yeah, it's just outside noise regardless. Like I said, I'm going to do everything I can to lead the offense down the field and score points. That's my job. That's what I'm going to continue to do and just operate the offense.
I'm not going to sit here and speak for DJ. You don't know until you have to get an MRI. So, pray for him. And he knows I got his back no matter what. We got his back no matter what. So
When you saw him go down like that, stumble back there, not get hit, what were your thoughts?
Yeah, you never know. In the heat of the moment, I'll see what I have to ask questions like, what is it? But you never know. He's tough. He's a tough guy. Tough player. He tried to gut it out for us, and unfortunately, wasn't able to.
Saquon, he was trying to look like he was trying to loosen himself up or just check to see if he was okay between the quarters there. Did you guys have any conversations about, at that time, like if he was okay, or did you articulate anything at all? Or
no, like I said, I'm not going to sit here and speak for DJ, and you never know until you have to get MRI. So, next question is.
Saquon, with the optimism with which you spoke during the week about getting things on track and coming together and turning this season around, is this disheartening?
Yeah, it definitely sucks. Definitely sucks, but gotta be a pro about it. Can't make no excuses. Still got a long season ahead of us. Obviously, we're not happy that we're 2-7, and everything that's going on right now. But get on a flight, rest up, get ready for next week.
How much do you feel for Daniel coming back after the 3 games, being clear, being ready, and this happens in the first and beginning of second quarter?
Yeah, like I said, and I don't want to speak for DJ, and
right,
I don't think
when you see that sort of thing.
It sucks because I know the type of player he is. I know how much work he puts in, and just outside of football as a friend, seeing anybody go down, but obviously seeing one of your best friends go down definitely sucks, and it's tough.
Saquon, when you season in the future, or it's more so than that, if that is the reality where you are at.
If that is the reality, we're 2-7. We still got a job to do. We still got to come to work. We still got to compete, and that's going to be the mindset. Until we're mathematically out of it, that's going to be the mindset.
Saquon, you mentioned about it's being 2-7, the disappointing factor, and being a pro about it. But
you know, every time it seems like the team might be making progress, step forward, something, getting healthy, it's like 2 steps back. How do you avoid the discouragement and just keep pushing through? What do you, at this point, is there a point that you just sort of, you know, it becomes tough mentally?
Yeah. I guess you could say mentally it's tough, but you got to be mentally tough. You got to fight through this. It sucks. No one's happy. Yeah, it's tough, but just got to keep fighting.
Saquon, how do you feel like Tommy handled things?
I think he did great. I think he did great. I got none but love for Tommy. He's a natural born leader. He's a true competitor. And a lot of respect for him.
What was your interaction like with Daniel on the sideline? On Fox, they said that he told you that it buckled.
I'm not going to speak on that.
Whenever you were in the first quarter, you were getting attention from the trainers that looked like on the sideline.
Like I hit my stomach.
Saquon, you've been in situations with this team, obviously, that, you know, when things go sideways, what can you do as a captain on this team to try to pick guys up? Because it seems like right now it's pretty quiet in here.
Compete, work hard. Nothing changes for me. That's got to be who I am.
Strange thing was in this game, you started pretty well. I mean, you were running the ball well. You know, I mean, did you think maybe this is going to be a big game for us and me?
Yeah, we definitely started off running the ball pretty well, but didn't get a win.
You've been through some bad personal stuff here, some rough team stuff. Is this as bad as it's been in your mind?
I don't know. You know, I don't look at it that way. I don't think of it that way. You know, just get back on the fight, rest up, get healthy, and get ready for next week.
Does there come a point that where learning and not getting results becomes ultra frustrating?
Losing is frustrating. So if we have a hell of a game and we lose, that's frustrating. We have to have a bad game. At the end of the day, it's about winning. So whatever happens when the win, you're good. It's good. But whatever happens with the loss, is bad. So just gotta keep trying to win.
Dex, what's the feeling when Daniel goes down? Obviously, it's you know, everybody kind of knows what's going on there.
You know, it sucks to see a guy like him go down. He just got back from an injury, and he worked hard to come back for that. He works hard every day, and you know, it just sucks to see that.
Dex, how do you guys pull together and make sure that this, you know, 2-7 doesn't become worse than what it feels like right now?
Honestly, just as cliche as it is, flush it, you know, and get ready for next week. Just got to take care of our bodies and, you know, just be ready to prepare to fill back up the tank.
Dex, we talked about how they had a new quarterback and some of the new coachings going into the game. How much of what you saw today from them was different than maybe what you saw on film before?
It was the same team.
Wasn't the best situation, you know, as far as calling the offense, just because we were down so much. But I think he did a great job handling it and making some plays for us.
You said you were frustrated on the particular play you're talking about, but I have to think frustration is over the whole thing. How do you keep that from becoming a problem for this team that, you know, you're so it seems like whatever you take a step forward, it goes two back?
Just got to keep moving forward. It's something that we deal with, the league. You know, people get hurt. You have up and down years. Just try to keep the same mindset of getting better each week, and that's the approach we have.
Did you come out of the game okay?
Yeah.
Did you feel like yourself? Or
I felt good, but I just didn't play to the level I should have.
You felt rust?
For sure, yeah. I mean, but I'm not going to make excuses. I decided to step out there. So, you know, whatever happened, that happened.
How frustrating is that? You come back from one and...
Hey, man, it's part of the game. Can't control that. Just going to hope for the best in MRIs and just, you know, move forward from there.
How did you feel up until that point?
I felt pretty good. I felt like I was playing well. It wasn't perfect, but I felt like us, you know, as a group up front, we were playing pretty well. Just didn't capitalize on all the opportunities that we had on offense to put points on the board. But we were feeling pretty good before that hurt my ankle.
Is this a different thing? Is it it's a different ankle, but does it feel the same as the first one did, or is it a different?
Yeah, it hurts. I'm pretty sure it's similar to what I had in the other one. So they're gonna get the MRI and get it checked out and see what's in there. I mean, I can't really tell you exactly.
I'm sorry, I've been to your left ankle.
Yes.
You rolled the first one. Was this you rolled this one or you get rolled into on this one?
No, I got a long arm and I had one foot in the ground and I was falling backwards and I kind of like, it was weird. I gotta watch it on film, but I feel like I hyperextended it. Maybe I don't know. It was just weird. I just kind of rolled it up.
What's it like to
How
see?
as the game unfolded, when Daniel goes down and out of the game, how much of a psychological blow, an emotional blow, is that to the team?
It's horrible. It's tough. We just get him back, and we lose him again. So it's tough. But I mean, that's just the nature of this business. Just got to roll with the punches and move forward. Praying for the best with Daniel, and it's just tough to be in that situation. It's just tough.
Is it tough for this team not just feel kind of snake bit this season, where it's like you guys just either can't get healthy, you haven't gotten breaks, like just.
Yeah, man, it's horrible. Especially, how well we were doing, the previous year, and where we're at now. It's definitely not ideal. But sometimes, it's just like that. It's the nature of this business, and all we can do is move forward, move on to the next week, go to work the next day, and make do with what we have.